So we found out that Katie's car has a leak.
The next day.
I have to go take my wife's car to get her tires looked at. One of them was really flat. It has a nail in it, so I'm gonna get a discount, get that tire taken care of today. Side note though, if you have the option to buy Greater Goods coffee and you like toffee, marzipan, and vanilla, this one is actually real good. So I highly recommend it. So basically, I'm just gonna work for the first like 30-ish minutes at the tire shop. And I can either take my laptop or I can take my iPad. I don't know if I could do anything from my iPad really. Yeah, I'll just take the iPad and we'll work from the iPad. I think that'll be easier on a standpoint of like, I don't know, portability, because it's right here and I know it's, I know it's charged. It's got like 77% battery life, so do that, grab my theme system, journal, and head out and get all that in the bag. All right, so first things first, what bag? I don't need this bag right now. This isn't the one I'm gonna take, but I need something out of it. And then we'll take the other backpack that was hanging because it's smaller. Since it's only like 30 minutes and we're just gonna take my iPad, there's no reason to grab it, but I want something out of it, and that is my camera strap. Really, I want my camera strap because I want this, my Peak Design capture clip, so I can put that on my backpack. It allows me to basically put the camera on the clip and attach it to like my bag strap if I wanted to, which is what I'll probably end up doing because I don't think there's a better place to put it. And that's what the Peak Design capture clip looks like when it's just on my backpack without the camera in it. And then basically the camera is gonna be just like right there, hanging out, chilling, probably hitting me in the face. So I might end up actually adjusting it a little bit further down. Coffee's done. Hopefully be enough for Katie. So basically like what's happening is the tire itself is at 25 PSI, which is really bad. And like I said, there's a nail in it, which that nail is causing obviously the flat to happen. All right, so it looks like we got the clear this time. Still a little bit wonky, but that's all right. All right, I'm gonna head off. No recording while driving because that's dangerous since I don't have a passenger. I will see y'all when I'm at discount. All right, so I made a discount as we can see here, and I'm gonna go talk and hand off the car and all that fun stuff. So we are going to go get a book for my wife and coffee. Here it is. I found this book, and on the back it says this is like the instruction manual for basically coming out as LGBTQIA plus or whatever, and for anyone who dares to wander. I don't feel like this is so good. It was far. Because it was far forward.
Oh no. Trying to like do my books.
So would you say we were successful at Barnes & Noble?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, you happy with what you got? Okay. So, like I said a couple days ago and a couple clips ago, let's do a wrap up of how 2022 is going so far, since it's about to be the end of Q1 or is already the end of Q1 depending on when you're watching this. Let's talk about how my goals are going. So in one of my Vlogmas videos, I said I had 3 goals this year, and goals for 28, goals for my year of growth, all that kind of things. Here they are, here's that sticky note. So launched My Wheels and have $50 of monthly revenue. Fun fact, I've kind of actually stopped developing it for a little bit of time. Reason being that my friend Monsieur B, who I will have a link down in the description box, is doing a redesign for me. He is a wonderful and super talented designer. And he said he's gonna redesign the app, and I said, great, that's awesome. I have no design skills, and he's doing it for me. So I figured I'd wait and see what the design actually looks like, what we're kind of expecting the user flow to be, that kind of stuff, until tackling that app again. So it's kind of like in a holding state right now. Build 2 Lego sets with my wife. We still have the unfinished Baby Yoda behind me, and that has not been done yet either. I want to do it soon, but it just hasn't happened. And read 3 books in the year. I've actually started one. It's called User Friendly. It's all about like user feedback and designing for user feedback in mind and all that kind of stuff. So I have started a book. That is probably the only one that I've actually started on. So now that we did the check on the goals, let's actually hop onto my computer and see about what I'm currently using software-wise. So first things first, what am I using for a screen recording? I am using Ecamm Live. It's a great streaming platform. You can use it to stream to Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and some other like live streaming platforms. You can also use it to record directly to your computer, or while you're streaming, also record at the same time. And that I'm currently just recording. So for configuring my day and that kind of stuff, and working through like what tasks I have for the day, I use this app called Soon Sama. I hadn't heard of it. I hadn't used it before they reached out and asked for a partnership, but it is actually a really neat app. It integrates with Jira, which is great because that's what I use for issue tracking for work. It integrates with Asana, which I also use for work. It also can integrate with GitHub and pull your GitHub issues, along with Gmail, and some other ones like ClickUp and Notion as well, which is pretty neat. So you can bring in those things into your like planning session, and when you actually plan out your day, you can say where you, like what day it works on. It links to, like I said, it links directly to the Jira task. And then you can add tasks for the day. So like I was working on an app earlier, I can go and just say feed the dogs if I wanted to. And then here it is, I can just feed the dogs. I hit complete and it marks it as done. And there's a neat little progress bar. At the beginning of the day, it actually walks through what you're supposed to be working on. And you set up all your priorities for the day, when you expect them to get them done, that kind of thing. So what's also neat is that it integrates with your calendar as well. So you can actually see on the calendar where you can get tasks done. And when you have marked tasks as done on the calendar, you have the little green check marks to say what you've actually done, which is super neat, super cool. Again, this app is called Soon Sama. I'm gonna have a link in the description below. This is $20 a month. But there's a 2-week free trial. After using it for the 2 weeks, I subscribe to it myself personally, so I am actually going to be paying the $20 a month, and it's gonna be a really useful tool because, like I said, it integrates with everything, so I don't have to re-enter my task itself. The only thing it doesn't integrate with is linear, and it's on the list to do. We're just kind of waiting for it to be done. But linear, I actually use quite a bit for my own app tracking. So I'm currently working on a personal app, and I've decided to track it in linear. I had heard it from one of my friends at Mikaela Caron on Instagram, if you want to go follow her. She also posts about iOS app development and stuff like that. But this app is super cool, linear. It's a project management tool. I'm sure I'm not using it to its full capabilities because I'm only working with myself. I'm not working with anyone else on these apps yet. But it's really nice. The interface itself is really nice. Edit things, stuff like that. You have active issues, backlogs, boards, projects. We can go into a project and see what's being worked on. It can sync with GitHub, it can sync with GitLab, all that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for a project management tool to replace like Jira or GitHub issues, Linear is definitely one to go and look at. So that's Linear. That's what I'm really using for my project management for like my own personal apps. So what else do I use in my day-to-day life? Well, on my computer, let's hop back into here. I use this app called Raycast. It's a great little app. that's used as a spotlight replacement tool. So if I go to raycast.com, this is where you can get it from. It's super neat. You can trigger it. I use Option Space to trigger, that way Command Space is still reserved for Spotlight. Sometimes I still want to do Spotlight. What really sold me on Raycast is it also integrates with a bunch of tools. So these are all different applications I have. So you can obviously launch applications, but then there's also these commands. So I can go into my Asana and get my commands. I can go into my calendar pretty easily and get my calendar there. Raycast is really cool because it's actually very community centered. So you can actually like build your own extensions, share your own extensions. So like on raycast.com, going into the store, they're free, at least as far as I'm aware, they're free. And there's a bunch of different integrations here. So like I said, the Asana one, there's a 1Password one that I haven't actually installed yet. Bitrise, all these good ones here that you can just get into Raycast and have them all be there at a tap of a button. So there's even linear integration here. So you got your search issues, assigned issues. If I click on assigned issues here, we can start to see different issues that get assigned to me. I actually switched from Alfred to Raycast because Raycast has a super handy dandy feature for built-in shortcuts. So I can just super duper easily run this front-end check-in, which is something we do every Tuesday, Thursday on the front-end team at work. We go through how are we feeling, what are we working on, if we're available to help or not, why we're not, all that kind of stuff. So then the shortcut just runs, I answer the questions, copies to my clipboard, and then I can paste it inside Slack. So I am actually using shortcuts a bit. If I go into the shortcuts here, we can see all the different actions that I did here. And like I said, this just runs every Tuesday, Thursday. I just trigger it via Raycast, and like I can copy and paste it exactly where I need to. And it opens Slack at the end of it. So once it's on my clipboard, I can just open inside Slack and paste my info once I'm in the right channel. So that's Raycast. Everything that I mentioned is gonna be linked in the description below. So while you're down there though, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified for all my videos, whether it's vlogs like this or iOS app dev tips and tricks. Last month, I actually started contract work for some iOS app dev. I use the app Orbit to keep track of what I'm working on and the time that I'm working on, because right now I'm just doing everything hourly based. And this app Orbit is made by a husband-wife indie app duo, and it's super neat. It's written in 100% Swift UI, and it's just super nice and super nifty, and they've done a really great, clean job of all of this. It is a paid app, also $8 a month, or I believe it's $70 a year. I don't know. It's on the Mac App Store. It's super great, or the iOS App Store. Before this, I was using Toggle, but I wanted a Mac native app, and I wanted to support some indie developers, so that's why I went to Orbit. So the next app that I use a lot on my Mac is Tower, and this is just a Git client. So basically any kind of Git work that I want to do, I just do in Tower. So if I go into my Coffee Tracker app, we can see all the branches I have here. We can see the commits that I've made, all that kind of stuff. Again, it's a great Git client app, super awesome, super good. Highly recommend it. It is paid as well. That is it. That's what's going on in my life. That's kind of like the state of everything that's happening right now. So if you have any questions, feel free, drop in the comments below. Like I said, make sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. You can also catch me working live on my apps on my Twitch channel. So twitch.tv/MeganWilson_. And I will catch you in the next video. Bye. And a special shout out to my Twitch subscribers and my patrons. Thank you so much for supporting me in this wonderful content creation journey.